Hang on a second. Game volume, come on. I will restart the game. Hold on. Hello everyone. Thank you for coming back today. Is the game going to be cool this time? Yep, it sounds like it is. And I will mute my laptop. Welcome back everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for coming for day 2 of Karate Survivor. That's where I am living out my dream as Jackie Chan in the early 90s, shall we say? Mid 90s? I forget the exact. Hang on. Let me open my window. It's pretty warm in here. There we go. As we know, if you're gonna play as Jackie Chan, you gotta play cool. Hey there. Thank you for coming. Despair the Fathomless. That's a sick name. I'm gonna kick off where I did yesterday, where I was fighting on the rooftop. Is where I got up to. I had a bunch of cool new abilities. I checked this game out on a whim. This game is awesome. For like, it was like what, like $5? It's so worth picking up. And we're gonna do a lot of Jackie Chan awesomeness today. It's kind of, it is basically oh, I'm making a mess. It is basically Vampire Survivors, but you play as Jackie Chan basically. Thanks, it's my poet name. Oh, sick! You write poetry. Oh, I'm good, thank you. How about you? Who's your favorite poet? I'm Did that explode? Awesome. My favorite poet is Emily Dickinson, which you might not expect from my British accent. Oh, I can do. Yesterday I only had red and blue moves. Now I've got yellow. I'm picking up the yellow. Let's boost some luck. What I found yesterday was definitely early game. Make as much use as you can out of the weapons. As good as a person who calls him despair on the internet can be. Fair enough. My name's Void, so I mean, you know. I don't know what despair is. Well, that's not true. Playing this game, it's hard to feel despair because it's so fun. Well, I'm my favorite. You are your own favorite poet. Fair enough. You kind of have to be. I kind of only want yellow moves, but I'm going to pick up Sweep because it's so powerful that as I found out yesterday. Oh shit. Did you do creative writing at school? Because I did, what was it? I think I did a full year at college, university, creative writing. That was mostly poetry and songwriting based. Let's do environmental damage because there's a few explosions on this map. Yeah, I think when I was doing creative writing, what did I have to do? I think I had to do at least like 2 poems a week. And then they had to get like read out and other bits and pieces. I think we also, yeah, I think I wrote a script like a TV show, like at one point. It's been a few years. It was... Oh, I've got a pipe. I think creative writing courses as fun as the people who are in the classroom with you. Well, I'll read the message in a... Oh, here we go, pause. I didn't, I just kind of decided to start writing. Awesome. I wrote over 1,000 poems in 2 years, and you've written a book. Sick. What's the book about? Is it, like, what kind of genre? Is it, like, fantasy, romance? I'm also writing a book in my spare time. I've been writing, I'm going to call it The Shattered Crown. It's kind of like a fantasy story about basically a kingdom that gets overrun by an evil lich. It's fantasy based. Me. Look at how powerful that sweep kick is. So good. And we'll jump across. Oh, I need to unlock that. It's a collection of poems that reads like a creation myth about how despair came to be. Dude, that sounds awesome. Do you have any links or anything like that? You feel free to post them in the chat and I can check them out later. Yeah, I've never actually had any of my stuff printed in a collection or anything like that. Let's boost... Oh, I'm gonna need some HP. I'm throwing it all away here. Oh, I should try and lure people to this sign. Barrel? What does the barrel do? The barrel explodes, okay. Taking a lot of damage here. I do. Kind of mixing up here. Just not that good. Hey, thank you for the follow. Now at the moment, I'm self-publishing. Had to pull it for revisions, yeah. Self-publishing is really fun. So... Oh, I've got that I can... Oh, I need HP. I actually did publishing as my master's degree. So there's a lot of coverage to self-publish at that time that I was doing it. The gun is so powerful. There's been a lot of success from self-published people. Oh, Golden Lotus? Turns all strikes into one combo and sequence for 10 seconds. What is... Wait, does that just go automatic? Oh, I think it does. Oh, cool. Oh, it gives me all purple flame powers. Awesome. Let's boost movement speed. Yeah, there's been a lot of successful self-published people, particularly in terms of kind of like fantasy or kind of more abstract stuff. It's been nice to see that. And Amazon, as much as people like rail on Amazon, has done a lot of work in like enabling people to do that. I've seen a lot of authors get doing quite well from like Patreon and stuff. And like Brandon Sanderson in particular, he's kind of turned his whole thing into I forget what he calls it, but he... Oh, fuck. That was my bad. Oh, I'm certainly not in one of those. Yeah, I think the self-publishing, I forget what Brandon Sanderson calls it, but he's got like a very passionate fan base, and I think they can like pay to get like access to certain stuff. And that's obviously doing really well for him. He built his own supervillain mansion. If you Google pictures, he like bought his house and then like dug out this huge underground complex to build like a gaming room, a movie cinema. I think his books are okay. I read. I'm blanking on the name. Let me look at my bookshelf. No, behind other books. The Brandon Sanderson one where the characters consume metal and gain magic powers. I kind of read that and thought that was fine. Because I read it after I read all of The Wheel of Time, and because Brandon Sanderson finished a couple of those books off because the original author like passed away, and I really enjoyed his writing style. But obviously, he wrote those way after he wrote the original book series I was just talking about. It's annoying me that I've forgotten the name. But what can you do? The gun is so OP. Yeah, creative writing groups. It really is down to the people you share that environment with. If people aren't, I don't want to use the word talented. If they're just not like passionate and keen to like improve and take feedback, then it quickly turns into a nightmare. Damn, I wonder if I can actually kick people off the rooftops. And sometimes not even then, yeah. I'm not interested in... Spare says I'm not interested in writing a book. However, nobody cares about writing if it isn't a book. Honestly, that's kind of true. I've definitely felt with social media, like when like Twitter was like a thing, I kind of thought that we'd see a return to more like old school literature stuff, you know, like kind of more poetry, and it just never came. It was just people being angry all the time. Which, you know, it's whatever, but Twitter never materialized into this literary wonder that I thought it could be. Yeah, I remember when I was at university, the people in the creative writing, it was people aggressively defending what they liked and kind of ignoring anything they didn't. And it kind of like defeats the point of being exposed to different writers if you just disregard everything. Let's get some regen. I definitely had some good times in my creative writing class, but also like plenty of times where it was just like, oh, this is... I wish people were cooler than they are. Plant pot. Yeah, like what I do. Yeah, I'm kind of more like creative writing. I just kind of do for me now. It would be cool to kind of like get something published. Nice. And kind of do that whole thing. Once I finish Shattered Crown, I'd probably definitely try and see if I can get it in somewhere. But I don't envision finishing it anytime this year. I've not actually done any poetry in quite a while. Once I kind of moved into doing like music stuff, it just kind of translated into kind of like more songs. I definitely feel doing creative writing helped with like music stuff. Strike range. And that's definitely like a boon I had that the people around me kind of didn't. Yeah, if I had if I could go back, I would probably say doing music as like the major and like literature as the minor probably would have been like a really good decision and middle ground. I also do music stuff. Awesome. What do you play? I've played guitar for like over 10 years now. I can do a little bit of piano, a little bit of drums, but guitar is the main for me. You're quite a creative person then. Oh, I thought the pipes would go further than that. Oh well. Let's see. Yeah, I need more HP. I'm being very aggressive. I was joking yesterday that this game is like that every dream that every high school boy has, where like the school gets taken over by terrorists, and you're the only one who can stop them. Proper classic action movie dream stuff. Nice. I'm getting into the rhythm of Jackie Chan now. Music stuff in terms of production takes equipment. True, true. You can do a lot virtually now though. Like it's pretty surprising how good stuff is. Also VTubing, something we're trying to do, but takes equipment I don't have. Everything is money, true. And everything is just getting more expensive. Like, I think VTubing you need a mic and a camera. You can use your smartphone, but when I was doing testing with my now 7-year-old iPhone, the iPhone 10, it just kind of wasn't what I wanted. But I needed a webcam anyway, so let's have to like kind of do the price, pay the price for it. But yeah, I feel like to do VTubing, it can be less expensive if you kind of know where to look. And if you're happy kind of starting with pre-made assets and models like I did. Nice. So like my model's a pre-made one, I bought it for like $15. My background's like $10. The mic I had from doing music. That's not a dream I'm American, there are always hostiles. I hear America's a PvP server now. I can break the... Oh, not anymore, but... I can break the tiles, that's cool. What time is it for you? What is it, like, afternoon? Like 11 AM? Something like that? Maybe 2 PM, depending on where you are? It's not like I'll leave my... Oh, shit. Oh, can I pull out this? It's not like you'll leave your house, so it'll be fine. At 20 to 2 in the afternoon, fair enough. So what are you... Pacific? Is that what that is? When you're from England, it's so weird to know that people live in a country... Oh, damn. I just got knifed. Well, you can tell I live in England. It's so weird when the same country has multiple time zones. Eastern. I love the sounds of this game. There's a VHS, I'm gonna pick it up. I have no idea what it does. Oh, it's just a challenge for the map. Yeah, I actually don't know how dangerous America is in general. Like, I don't think the UK is that dangerous. London has definitely become a bit of a scary place. And kind of parts near where I am is similar. Depends, yeah. It's movement speed. I think in general, America's a nice place to be and live. I have considered taking jobs there. I had like an offer before COVID, but then obviously COVID messed everything up, and then I changed jobs. Oh, I messed that up. Yeah, VTubing as a British person is a little bit strange because most people on Twitch are in the American time zones, and it can be quite difficult trying to get like a good time to stream to like try and catch people. Also like living a normal life. I think this is my 4th week trying out VTubing. It's pretty fun. I've done 2 collabs in that time. One with an Austrian guy and one with a Canadian girl. There's definitely a lot to learn. And just starting is kind of like the main thing, really. Nice. What do I do? Let's boost environmental damage because I'm just at the beginning. Let's build the combo. I was joking around yesterday that I just want more Rush Hour type levels, you know, like the the massage parlor from Rush Hour 2. Oh, I didn't make good use of that. It's combo time. Oh, strike range 20%, hell yeah. Oh, what's this area? Damn, not getting good combo cards. Just every now and then the sound effects make me laugh. Put the ship casino in. I don't know what that means. Oh, yeah, it's time to get some HP, I think. can I do? From the Rush Hour movies. Yeah, I also want like the, you know, like, the Chinese restaurant, an aeroplane. It's been a while since I've seen the Rush Hour movies. Oh, come on, I want this to fire upwards in a straight line. There we go. Oh, and I have to survive for 18 minutes. I'm probably going to struggle with that in this time. Oh, and I've unlocked the armchair move. Awesome, that is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite Jackie Chan moves. Yeah, I've never played Vampire Survivors. But I saw this game on Steam, and I saw the Jackie Chan influence, and I was like, well, I have to buy this. Armchair allows you to jump into a chair and ride it, destroying everything around you. It would have been fun being a developer for this game, just watching all like the classic movies and being like, yes, we need this move. The pixel art on this is really good as well. Like, you can tell they put a lot of details. I don't think it's a single person who worked on this. I think it's a bigger team than that. I also like that you collect enemies' teeth, and that's how you unlock. That's how you do unlocks. Honestly, I have a lot of fun just using the blue attacks the most. They're the more like acrobatic ones. What the heck? Chase the crazy old man. It suddenly turned into Yakuza. It's so random. Oh, and he drops a ton of cash. That's awesome. Yeah, I had been thinking of playing one of the Yakuza games on stream. Soon-ish. I played Yakuza 1... Sorry, Yakuza 0, Yakuza 1. I tried Yakuza 2 and I just wasn't feeling it. I've not played any of the Like a Dragon games. I think I've got the first Like a Dragon. And again, I just haven't played it. The classic, oh, I'll buy this on Steam sale, and then just it just sits in my library. Oh, butterfly kick. Oh, but I need the combo damage. Next time. Oh, finally, can I make good use of this water tank this time? Yes. Let's boost weapon damage. Yeah, or even some Yakuza gives me whiplash because of the tone change. Yeah, I think the Yakuza is definitely a game where you make a conscious decision to be like, okay, I'm now going to do the main story and this is serious, versus okay, I'm now going to do the side quests and there's a guy dancing in a nappy. like it's very weird to kind of bounce from main plot to subplots just because it, like, the tone is so drastically different. Which I think for some people is like the selling point. I think they're okay games in general. I don't think they're like amazing. The story can be fun. The side quests can be funny. But the gameplay can be like quite repetitive. There's also the Judgment games. Like, they're very similar, to be honest. But I think the Judgment games do a slightly better job of like being tone consistent. They're still crazy because it's the Yakuza series. The Judgment games have their own problems. What can I do? Let's do blue. Like was it Lost Judgment series is about you being a detective rather than being a Yakuza. But like the detective elements kind of like they're not that fun to play as. Like they're quite they feel like really old gameplay style. Me having to do English translation on the fly. I had to realize you said diaper. Is English your second language? Yeah, there's a guy in Yakuza of where I think it's like after a fairly serious story beat where someone dies, and then you pick up a side quest to like go to this bar, and it's pretty close to where you get spawned in after the primary quest. So you're like, oh, I'll just pick this up, and it's literally a guy dancing in like a diaper. And I don't. You could interact with him as well. He's just there. I imagine my pronunciation could be difficult to pick up sometimes as well. I should definitely do more kiting and getting people in position rather than just smashing everyone in the face straight away. Oh, I didn't mean to press that, but here we are, so we've got it now. Let's take the strength. It doesn't feel like I'm doing enough damage. I think the music is fine for this game. I feel they could have done like a slightly better job by making it cheesier. Like really leaning into that like late 80s, early 90s vibe, like neo synth kind of stuff. Like it's there, it's just not like full on. Whereas I would have probably gone like way harder and lead into it more. No, English is my first language. I meant English as in England. You said nappy, and I realized you meant diaper. Oh, fair enough. You can see, like, when you're streaming, you kind of just default to like whatever the natural word for you is. Honestly, in my head, I thought I said diaper. But what VTubers are you into then? Like, what made you want to try and give it a go? For me, it's Hololive. Hololive and unemployment. I got nothing else to do, so. Oh, sick! You come across those moves so rarely, I forget they exist. Let's boost. Yeah, for me it's Hololive. I've been watching Hololive since 2019. I'm definitely an old school VTuber fan, I guess. Let's pick up Rainbow and hope we can get 16, because the goal is if you get like consecutive numbers, they do higher damage. Yeah, I got into Hololive at Generation 3 with Usada, Hikora, and like Korone and Russia. But I never really checked out like Niji Sanji and stuff like that. I've heard pretty negative things about Niji Sanji, so I've kind of never bothered really. When I say negative things, I mean in terms of management. Oh yeah, so you want to try VTubing because it's unemployment and need for attention and talented and kind of hollow stars. Yeah, if it like honestly, I kind of feel the same. I'm definitely treating like this whole experience as like eventually I would like to apply to hollow stars and see how I get on. But it's definitely once you start, you realize, oh, actually, like, there's a lot of work that goes into this, and money as well. You know, like the cost of having like custom models and stuff, and all the other bits and pieces. You quickly like look at like a couple $1,000s easy, and that's even if you know artists and they're willing to like do you like a bit of a deal and stuff. Oh shit. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Well, goddamn. You auditioned for VTubing almost 100 times in 2 years. Goddamn. How many times can you apply for a... I'm gonna have to how do I restart? Fuck. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and farm this for the next exit the level. Yes, there we go. That's unfortunate. With various companies, there's definitely a lot. On Twitter, X, whatever, I definitely see a lot of advertisements for new VTuber companies like fairly regularly. They always tend to say, oh, you've got to be in the US though. There's definitely like lots around. It depends. Do you have a channel right now with like content? Because normally what I see, what they list as like a requirement is they kind of just want to see that you've been like somewhat consistent like the last what, like year or something. Yeah, because I don't have companies, because I don't have resources, companies will provide equipment. Yeah, it definitely, in the small ones, I've definitely seen that they want you to be, I'm going to pick up the helicopter kick. I want to see what that looks like. I've definitely seen that they're more like, we want you to be somewhat established and already be set up, and then they'll provide like marketing stuff. Oh, the helicopter kick is sick. Let's get some HP. I actually want to try out other levels. Yeah, in terms of costs, I think it's why it is just better to just pick like a pre-made VTuber model off of Etsy for like $20 or something, and just like make a start. And there's a YouTube video, because when I was looking at cameras for doing this stuff, a guy, you'll find the video easy. He was like reviewing cameras for doing this, and he kind of came to the conclusion that like, hey, like $20, you can have like a perfectly acceptable camera for doing this because it doesn't require that much. And that was kind of like, that was quite cool. I went with something way more expensive because I needed it for other reasons, but the results between like a $20 versus a $100 is like pretty small, to be honest. What do I do? Flying knee. That sounds fun. Yeah, I'm also a little bit unsure about trusting smaller companies, if you know what I mean. They kind of want you to like be more established, but then they're also not established. So it's kind of like, you know, they get to make the demands, but like they're in a similar to position as you, realistically. It's just that they probably have funding, you know. Come on, let's get some more. Oh, I fucked that up. Yeah, they want to know that you're dedicated. I'm like, he's being rejected 100 times and still not giving up dedication or the skills I've cultivated. Kind of a slap in the face. Yeah, honestly, I think that's just normal employment right now. Like, this year alone, I sent out 300 job applications. Not related to this. This is me being a software engineer. And like, 300 applications and like not that many interviews out of it. So I think it's just all industries, you know. I will say, obviously, it's much harder being a guy than like versus being a girl. Yeah, they want you to have experience but won't hire anyone to get experience. Yep. Yep. And that's the same even outside of VTubing, you know, just work in general is stupid. You've really just got to make everything yourself. And kind of realistically, that's why I decided just to start and just like start as like inexpensively as I could. And just like, well, you know, if something comes out of it in the end, awesome. If not, well, at least I've tried it, you know? Oh, messed that up. That's kind of how I'm like approaching Twitch and streaming, is kind of try and do it for as fun rather than kind of thinking of like the big end goal. I think just like having fun is probably the best way to achieve the end goal, you know? God, I'm not getting good picks. Let's just stick with red. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, it's why just doing what... Oh, I'm gonna die. Well, sorry, I'm gonna kill all these. Oh, HP boost. Just what I needed. Yeah, kind of just doing whatever you can right now with whatever you've got is always going to be the best option, I think. Just starting today. It sucks because like it's such a... That you have to do everything. which you know, like, part of it is like obviously that's life, you know. There's not. If you want something, you have to be the one who makes it. But it'd be nice if you did get some help. and obviously there's lots of people who do get help, and that kind of sucks when you're the one that's like struggling. But you know, what can you do? What have I got? I might get a full combo out of this eventually. Yeah, I think definitely doing this as a guy is definitely an added layer of difficulty. Oh, I'm dead. And I've noticed that even from doing like collabs. Like when I did the thumbnail for the collab when I was playing with the girl streamer, and I like just her character in the thumbnail, it got 10 times the views. So you know, it definitely lets you know that as a guy, you're basically in the model industry, which just naturally means you're gonna have a fairly big disadvantage. Which you know, it's not like a complaint, because like, who do I watch? Hololive. I don't really watch Hollow Stars. You know, like jump off the porch so you can break your ankles. Yeah, I think it's something that I've seen a lot of on Uppercut. Definitely something that I've seen a lot of on Twitter is definitely people buying expensive models and that kind of stuff, and then not really using it or trying it out and then like quitting after like a month and stuff, because you start off with no viewers, and it's gonna be that while. It's gonna be like that for potentially a long time. You know, like yesterday I only had like a single viewer, and thankfully they came in and chatted for a bit, and that was cool. But obviously I spent like most of the night on my own. And it's totally demoralizing in a sense, but it's also just lots of other people are struggling as well, you know. Let's boost strike range. You don't watch any female or female presenting VTubers. Fair enough. I feel that's probably the way most people get into VTubing, is through the female perspective. Which makes sense, because like the most demographics on Twitch and YouTube is like dominated by males. Obviously not like makeup channels, but like anything to do with gaming or kind of that kind of like media related is typically like very male dominated. So it makes sense that like that's where like a lot of people make their entry. Yeah, I'm not getting good drops this time. Yeah, I suppose it also kind of feeds into, you know, like male loneliness and all that stuff. Deep talk. Let's boost pickup range. I really need a heal if I can get one. Oh, there's food. I need to go for it. You'll have to recommend me some male VTubers, because outside of the Holostar guys, I really have no idea. What do I do? Present kick? What do I do? Let's boost some HP. I need to do a better job of kiting. Yeah, let's get some HP. What do I do? Let's boost weapon damage. Oh, I'm in a corner. Oh, I'm just gonna have to take the damage. Oh. Every VTuber stuff using the word parasocial is used wrong 99% of the time. Yeah, I feel like I feel there's definitely times. So for me, where I really felt it was with Russia in Hololive, because she did the whole kind of you know, are you watching other girls stuff, and she really leaned into it, and that, like, I wasn't a huge fan of Russia because I felt I was kind of like, it was really pushing for me what I thought was acceptable, because I felt it was almost like manipulative, and I was never really like down with her style. Oh, she could do whatever she wanted, and people seem to enjoy it, so. But you know, we know how her story ended. Parasocial has nothing to do with the closeness of you and another person. What's your definition for parasocial? Because I imagine there's like air quotes clinical definition, and then like a social media version, you know? Does that? Yeah, I thought that did something. What can I boost? Rainbow? Let's pull in the rainbow. Helicopter kick is cooler, but I need the full combos. The definition is a one-sided relationship between a person and someone they don't know personally, such as a celebrity or fictional character. I'm trying to process that and do this game at the same time, and I'm struggling. When I level up, I'll pause and give it some real thought. I don't think I can respond meaningfully at the moment. There we go, let's see. So let me read that again. So parasocial has nothing to do with the closeness of you and another person. The definition is a one-sided relationship between a person and someone they don't know personally, such as a celebrity or fictional character. An example is like yelling at like a football team on TV. So where are you drawing the line there between VTubing, because that's basically like a fictional character in so many ways, or a celebrity depending on how you view them or whatever. because VTubing is a little bit, for me, like celebrity stuff. I feel like there's like people are fans of the celebrity, whereas with VTubers it feels much more like people are friends of the VTuber. Saying people are being parasocial because they overstep bounds is reductive. That doesn't necessarily mean they have feelings. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that, because I feel that some people, I feel it's used in VTubing, in the VTubing scene, as a bit of a very broad brush, whereas I feel like the reality is there's actually crazy people, and they've just come into this, if you know what I mean. And this is just an area from which they can be crazy in. Yeah, when I first got into it, into VTubing as a fan, I definitely like felt strongly about Korone for a while, just because it was like COVID, and she was just fun and funny in a way that like it was nice to be around. And I still kind of feel that way, but just like not as strongly. But I also kind of don't engage in, I'm stuck, the community in like in a really big way as a fan, if that makes sense. Well, let's do for a big combo into all of these. God damn, that was perfectly timed. But people use it as a measure of closeness, and that is true. It's not a measure of closeness. I suppose you could maybe say it's a measure of perceived closeness. Yeah, that is true. People do try and use it as a broad brush category to like stigmatize stuff. I wonder, because normally, because I feel like people see it from the perspective of someone being parasocial, as opposed to seeing it from the person who's being parasocialized. that's bad English, but you know, like the person who's on the receiving end of a high level of adoration from an unknown. You know, like how that makes people feel and stuff. But I know that there are some VTubers who are very kind of anti that, which I would probably, if I was to become big, I'd probably put myself in that crowd to be a little bit more like, no, you're not my girlfriend, you know? Just because I don't like the idea of potentially taking advantage of people. Which obviously, I don't inherently mean that anyone who leans into that is doing it as a manipulation thing, but that's how I would feel if I was to do it. But people can do it, you know, I feel a lot of stuff is just setting the right boundary, you know? And like most things in life, it's just about being cool. And that's where people fall down. Let's boost HP. Like most things in life come down to just being cool, you know? Honestly, you are interacting with someone comes to see you all the time, feelings happen. Not expecting that is true. I absolutely agree. Yeah, and honestly, I think the parasocial stuff, so I've worked a lot in offices, and just proximity just builds affection for people, even like platonically, you know. And I feel that's where if work comes in and tries to be like overly HR in that regard and try and like make it like, oh, work is work and that's it. I don't feel that ever really works fully. Yeah, as long as you can deal with it. I feel, yeah. I suppose you could maybe say there's issues with how intense that feeling is. You know, like if I was a famous streamer and someone was sending me chunks of their hair in the mail, you know, that's slightly cause for concern. But yeah, I feel like obviously you're making a point about moderation. Critical strike chance. And I suppose when people say parasocial, they're often referring to like an extreme example, if you know what I mean. Or what they perceive to be a big example. Damn, that was a big gunshot to finish. Hold on. Let me level up and then read the message again. Also, once you know a person exists at all, or you acknowledge a group of people, it's not parasocial any longer. Then use a different word. Yeah. I'm trying to work out how much I agree what I would say in response to that. So if you acknowledge them, it's not parasocial. Yeah, so to be parasocial, you have to know they don't exist at all. That's true. I suppose you're drawing a clearer line between... Yeah, so basically... Yeah, it's kind of what I was saying, how like parasocial probably has two words, like a clinical term, and then like the online meme term, and then anything that's an online meme term starts to lose all meaning. Yes, I'd agree for that then. Yeah, because then if they acknowledge a group of people, then it's not parasocial. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I don't know what the right term to use instead would be. Farmer dumping, isn't it? Yeah, true. That's something I'm not sure how I would deal with, if you know what I mean. If that was to come up. Like, what is the best way to deal with that? Either in terms of like response, or do you respond at all? I think I'm halfway through. I think I can make this to the end. God damn, that explosion was very loud. Oh, I'm stuck. Yeah, I think like becoming like big and famous and stuff, I honestly feel like you can't really prepare for what that really entails, if you know what I mean. Well, I'm better at using the environment now. A person that is trauma dumping either has no person to talk to and needs to, or literally couldn't help themselves. Just seeing the term trauma dumping, even if they are unloading rudely, could be traumatic. I don't think I've ever seen it, mostly because I only really watch like the big streamers, so I've not seen it in chat because chat is just so rapid, you know. Or telling someone to not do that in the face of them doing so could make whatever they have going on worse. Yeah. I feel that's definitely a smaller streamer like problem, because you know, like, you definitely need to be more responsive, whereas I think like the bigger you are, chat is just so big and so dense that like you're just gonna struggle to build, you know, like individual like meaningful chats. This boost crit. Strike range again. What do we do? If I level up my moves enough, they gain fire damage, which is pretty cool also. The proper response is I'm not equipped to deal with this. Sorry it's happening, but not the place for that. Yeah. That is probably the best way. Yeah, because like you really have no power, and I feel like the only thing you can really do as a streamer is just to try and make streams fun. You know, give something for people to like look forward to and like contribute to in like a positive way. You know, like by being funny in chat, doing artwork, you know, like stuff like that. That's also why I like the Hololive community, because it's pretty much just you come here to have a good time. There's not really much drama. There's definitely like bits and pieces, but you can ignore it pretty easy, which is nice. So it is a smaller streamer problem. It is propelled by bigger streamers. Oh. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing like some research about the impact on like a person's mental health based on what like community they identify with, if you know what I mean, and like if it's a smaller community versus a bigger community. In a smaller community you have more of a voice, in a bigger community you have less of a voice, but there's more of you. God damn. I'm beating these guys. Except for this guy in blue. This guy is tough as nails. There we go. Finally got him down. He took like 6 combos. You get no fun from watching big streamers live. You watch VODs if you want to passively watch something. If You go watch YouTube, yeah. So I dual stream on Twitch and YouTube, and basically no one watches YouTube streamers if they're not huge. The only reason I still stream do dual streams is because it basically just gives me like a VOD catalog for free basically, and I don't have to do uploading after the fact and stuff like that. Yeah, Twitch is definitely the place to be if you want active chatters and you're not already huge. As a small streamer, YouTube's kind of dead. Let me level up. Oh, fuck, that just went wrong. God damn. Damn, I had a really good run. Oh, at least I can pick up a shotgun now. Get immense enjoyment from being one of the big ones, yeah. Yeah, I've never... If I watch Hololive, I'm not like in chat because I don't feel there's any point because chat is just moving at like hyperspeed. Whereas with small streamers, you can come in, you can have a conversation, you can like contribute and have fun and like have discussions. With big streamers, you're just not gonna get that. I feel someone who's Despair is wielding a nihilism pitchfork. Fair enough. I feel, and this may be controversial, I occasionally watch like Asmongold, and I feel he's actually pretty good at interacting with people through chat. But I haven't really seen any other streamer do it like the way he does. You can say whatever you want about Asmongold, I don't really feel one way or the other, but I think there's some stuff you can definitely learn from him in terms of interactions and stuff. If he can get big, I know I can. Yeah, if the Goblin King can do it, anyone can do it. And he's very open about that. He's like, he said pretty often, if I can do it, like, there's nothing stopping you. He cleaned his room recently after getting banned from Twitch. It was the catalyst to clean his room. Yeah, I think it's a lot of life is just being in the game, you know? I kind of wasted that shotgun super early, but I didn't have a choice. Yeah, like, look, I mean, I do kind of roughly believe in the saying, you know, the harder I work, the luckier I get. I do feel that like there's definitely something to that, but there's also, it's stupid to not understand that sometimes you can work really hard and nothing ever comes from it. Like that is a reality, you know, and I feel it's stupid to kind of ignore that. Because like that happens to plenty of people. The harder I work, the harder I get hit. That is also true. Yeah, you don't really seem to gain more HP. You just seem to lose more of it. It can be really devastating when you work really hard and like nothing comes from it. I've definitely had that a number of times. And like even now with streaming, like I've put a lot of extra time in outside of stream to find good ways to interact with chat, set it up so that it's easy for me to interact with chat, have interesting scenes and so on and so on. And then as a result of that, I seem to have less viewers than a few weeks ago. So, you know, what can you do? Like, I'm probably gonna, like, I stream 4 days now. I'm probably gonna switch down to 3 days and use the extra day to do YouTube content type stuff. Like, I'm planning on doing, this Saturday, I'm gonna do a just chatting stream, which is gonna be, like, talking about anime. And I'm building it up as, like, the start to me doing YouTube anime and game reviews, and my hope is that like the YouTube will feed Twitch and Twitch will feed YouTube and kind of work together. I'm hoping that's gonna be really fun. I've written quite a lot of Steam reviews that have been pretty popular, so I'm hoping I can translate that into anime reviews as well. And that's going to be educational because, like, having to learn to edit and that kind of stuff. Script writing is fine. Like, that's, ironically, that's the easy bit. But doing the editing and making it cool and stuff like that. And doing the voiceover. And we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to do, like, kind of do one a week. And hopefully that'll kind of help grow YouTube and Twitch at the same time. It will also, it's also a chance it does absolutely nothing. I just waste my time. But in general, I think I'm going to enjoy doing it, so that's kind of the motivation in. Also, I feel with Crunchyroll killing the comment section, people don't have a place to talk about that stuff anymore. Like, Crunchyroll killing comments was just the stupidest thing I'd seen in a really long time. Because it was something that made me, like, keep my subscription. I really enjoyed reading the comments. Yeah, there were definitely, pre-COVID, there were definitely some, like, nasty comments that didn't belong there, but I feel in recent years Crunchyroll comments were awesome. Like, people were really cool. They'd give like tidbits about manga that wasn't in the show, and like, oh, this is how the story ends and stuff like that. And you kind of got to the kind of Crunchyroll commenters who were kind of like Crunchyroll influencers in a way, and I feel like they could have done something with that. That wasn't just the Crunchyroll VTuber stuff, which I never watched. She could be really good. I imagine she is. That's why they probably took her on. But because you're attached to a big corporation, it's always going to be like quite safe, probably. I should probably watch rather than just like judge. But... yeah, the Crunchyroll stuff was stupid. Get rid of comment section, get rid of all reviews. It's like, well, that's kind of the thing that made Crunchyroll fun. I mean, now we just have bad translations. Like, that's not the bargain I was kind of really hoping for. Crunchyroll is ass in general. Yeah, it's Crunchyroll is so goddamn frustrating. So I cancelled my subscription when they got rid of the comment section. But Crunchyroll had so many different problems that they just never fixed. And it's just so frustrating because it's the only service, basically, if you don't sail the high seas. Like, there is no alternative. And because it was a monopoly, they basically just never did any real work to improve the service at all. And that's just, you know, enough was enough in the end. It doesn't sound like they're gonna make any changes whatsoever, though. It sounded like, no, this is a decision, and we're just gonna roll with it, and you can like it or not. So I didn't like it, and I cancelled my subscription. But I don't think they're gonna bring comments back or anything like that. I think I'm kind of curious about how long Crunchyroll will survive in its current state. You sound so negative. It's just confidence. I'm despairing. The most thing we talked about is the struggle bus. But we are playing a game that's, you know, against the odds. You know, like Jackie Chan versus a million bad guys. I didn't think I thought Crunchyroll was definitely better than Funimation. I'm getting to a point where these weapons are more of a pain than a help. I could do with another HP pickup, but I'm trying to traverse the map and not really making much progress. You sail the high seas. Don't even pretend you don't. Yeah. This is the problem with Crunchyroll. It's now an expensive service because they put the prices up. Or they will do at the end of this year. It's an expensive service, and the service is inferior to what's available on the high seas. It's, you know, that math isn't mathing, you know? And when I talk to people about anime, they never say, oh yeah, I've got Crunchyroll. It's always, oh yeah, so what site do you use? Like, no one is doing this legitimately. And it's like, well, you know, obviously, yeah, it's funny, it's the meme, whatever. But like, I'd like to support the industry. There's just no good way to currently do that. And that's what's so frustrating about the Crunchyroll situation, is that it was a bad service made worse, and then you had nowhere to go. It's like, you know, I'd like to support, but, you know, I don't own a Blu-ray player. Corporations tell me I should own nothing and be happy. Like, oh, food, thank God. Maybe I can actually make the next 8 minutes. Oh, the shotgun is sick. I can actually make use of it. I might be able to make this now. Taylor High Sea's never gonna pretend I don't. Only to pay $8,000 for a single season. Yeah, I mean, like, how much is Netflix now? Like, Netflix is like pretty expensive. Disney is very expensive, and Disney is like mostly trash. All stuff you've seen like a billion times. Another frustrating thing about Crunchyroll is that Netflix bought a bunch of like the really big series and stuff. Okay, now, God, that explosion is so loud. Is that if you want to watch some of the old stuff, you just can't find it. Like, it's not available to view on Crunchyroll and all that sort of stuff. So like, you really don't have an alternative. Like, let's say if you have a favorite old school anime and it's in a Blu-ray was made like 10 years ago. Like, people are putting that stuff on eBay, as you said, for like really expensive, and it's just like, you know, you're not really supporting anyone by buying it off eBay. So like, oh, nice. I'm kind of frustrated that like Japanese companies in general didn't embrace streaming on their own terms. I'm not saying they would have been particularly good. Like, Nintendo is obviously they've tried to do like their own streaming type stuff, and it's kind of just mid. But even to give them more like power and stuff probably would have been better for the like Japanese animation studios. I really don't understand why they didn't pull together and make something on their own. Even now, you can't use Crunchyroll in Japan. Oh, combo time. Big combo time. Nice. That's exactly what I needed. Yeah, I'm clearing this stage no matter what now. Boost regen. I think an interesting thing about streaming and VTubing is trying to find like the right game to play on stream. I think that's something like big streamers don't have to worry about. You know, they can just stream whatever and they're gonna get views, and they don't necessarily have to make it super interesting. But, like, I feel like the smaller you are, you need to really kind of balance between entertainment and being good at the game, and having a game that allows you to like interact with people and stuff. I'm not saying that you can't stream Valorant. It's just that you do have longer stretches of not being able to like, be interesting. Because like Valorant is definitely, I'm staring at a corner, action happened, I'm dead, you know? Maybe like Counter-Strike, though I am more confident with Counter-Strike. I probably will try to do a Counter-Strike one. My only concern is just making it fun and interesting. And like the analytics you get from like Twitch and YouTube when you're so small, they really do more harm than good. Like it really has no you get no meaningful information out of it as like what performed well, what didn't. I feel like as a smaller streamer, your best bet is audience interaction, and everything else is secondary. And that's kind of why I don't want to play like big RPGs on stream, because I just don't feel it doesn't lend itself to interaction, which I feel should be like the primary focus. What are the VTuber auditions like? I've never done one. I probably will try in the future, but I have no idea what to expect. All I know is like bits about the Hololive auditions, which obviously aren't relevant to me being a guy. And then obviously they're being translated to like... It's a job application. Yeah, so like do you do the... I imagine there's multiple stages then. Like how many stages? What's like the furthest you've gone? You have to make an audition video. Yeah, so you do like sorry. The video is kind of like the screen, I guess, and then like if you have a streaming back catalog, they judge that as well, and like your general personality, I guess. And what kind of character or person they're looking to fill, maybe? And then just like the general HR stuff, like cultural fit and whatever. So I know like Hololive, they kind of determine what the character is going to be and that sort of stuff. Is that the same for smaller ones, or are they a bit more kind of lenient in terms of, oh, I want to be this, and they're like, yeah, sure. Depending on how valid they think the idea is, I guess. In this, it has to be a video, it has to be an introduction, a highlight reel, and a talent showcasing one. Oh yeah, that's fair. In fairness, that's pretty decent for the person, if you're the one that's trying to interview, because you can just pick like your best bits and really work on that. Sometimes there is no character pre-made, so you have no direction. Yeah, I can definitely see it going like both ways, of where that's both more difficult and probably easier. Because when they have like a pre-made, they've probably got a vision behind it, and they might not effectively communicate what that vision is to you, so you could just like get it completely wrong. And it's not like they watch it all, so you have 10 to 30 seconds. Yeah, so it kind of sounds like an acting audition. I don't know what those are like, but that's kind of like my impression as to what they would be like. I suppose it is an acting audition. You really just like step apart, and I'm gonna think of it like that. I think something I'm definitely still working on is like the VTuber persona. Only can't be more than 5 minutes. Yeah. I think to me it's probably shorter the better. You know, like they're, as you said, they're probably not watching. I suppose you probably got like 10 seconds to catch their eye, and if you don't, then they'll move on. And then after those 10 seconds, it's about how many points can you not lose? This is how many can you not gain, you know? One of those types of interviews. Nice, let's pull everyone in. I can wall run. I forgot I had that ability. God damn it. If you pass the 5 minutes, you can go through 1 or 2 rounds of interviews. Yeah. I have no idea what the contracts will look like in terms of like revenue split and stuff like that. I know HoloLive, obviously you lose to YouTube. I imagine they don't do 30% to YouTube. I imagine there's some agreement. But let's say it's 30%, and I know they give 30% to management. So I wonder what it'd be like for smaller ones. Hold on, my auto mod has blocked a message. Let me level up, and then I'll deal with it. Hold on, let me see. Allow. There we go. You permitted the term. That's if you meet like the random requirements, like already streaming or having equipment that is all ready to run all the streamer stuff. Yeah. That's fair. I can definitely see from their perspective. I mean, what they want is basically to have the lowest amount of investment for the highest amount of return. The more you have, the more you can do, the less they have to like, do and provide for you. It just sounds like modern employers. You know, we want the employee to do absolutely everything, and we'll do the bare minimum in return. This guy in the flat cap does a ton of damage. I've really got to be careful. Already having a model. Yeah, models are super expensive. Oh, boss time? Well, I might have to focus in on this one. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. The bosses actually haven't been that hard. I've beaten them all in one go. I said I do want to clear this stage, so... Oh yeah, I should probably do more status damage to it. That's probably going to be the quickest way. You've made it into an agency, but it was bullshit because they provided nothing. Oh, the naked man is back. Yeah, when I was doing music, the band I was in had like decent success, and we were dealing with like a label, and basically they were just like, yeah, we offer nothing to assist you, and I was like, what's the point then? Like, you're not giving us useful stuff. Why should we sign on? And we actually didn't, because it's the stupidest arrangement that they were propositioning, all based on the idea that they were a record label. And it's like, okay, cool, but that doesn't, you know, you don't strictly need a record label to be like a decent success now. Oh, it's gun time. Wait, just in time. There we go, nice and easy. What's the next level? Construction site. Nice. That should be a fun one. It will boost some of our abilities whilst we're here. Boost strike damage, sure. Although, yeah, max out new stretch. I just boost all the easy stuff. Yeah, I feel with agencies and what does that do? Agencies and that stuff, you've just really got to be careful about being taken advantage of and stuff like that, and really kind of obviously being open to like working with people, but also kind of making sure that you don't let yourself get taken advantage of. Because it's like just normal work, you know. It is interesting seeing a trend of established VTubers at companies leaving to go back to being indie, and like what that means. Like you had Aqua from Hololive, Mel from Hololive, Ame from Hololive, all kind of switching back to being indies. It wasn't a scam or anything, it just didn't go anywhere. Fair enough. I imagine that's how a lot of them go. From what I've seen on Twitter, it seems to be people making their own VTubing companies, having not really ran a company before, and they think it's going to be like super easy, like get a bunch of success, and obviously doesn't really work. Or they make it and like start doing it with friends, and that has its own issues. I wish there were more soda cans. I want to use that ability more. Rapier. I'm gonna pick that up because I've not used it before. And then just last week they terminated all their branches. So it's correct. Yeah. That's just another issue with small stuff. You know, the resiliency just isn't there. And that's why if I had a choice, I'd join HoloStars versus a small independent. Like if things would go like I want them to, I'd stay indie and then join HoloStars and not deal with anyone else. But we'll see what even happens. Like, I don't know if I'm entertaining enough, interesting enough, good enough as a streamer to like actually do it full time and that kind of stuff. What can I do? Let's do flying knee. They weren't even small, they're well known. Wow. Yeah, I mean, like, just like financial problems in companies. Oh, come on, kick the barrel. There we go. Double fist. The explosions in this game are so loud. Yeah, I think definitely something as a small streamer is getting like meaningful feedback. You know, because you have so few people like turning up, and you can watch your own VODs and stuff, but it's like there's only so much feedback you can give yourself, whereas you really need like external voices, and it's just tough because people don't really want to tell you the truth. Which is fair, you know, because they don't want to upset you and stuff, but I'd much rather have the harsh reality of like, hey, you should do this better. Is it ladder time? It's ladder time. I've been waiting for this. That's definitely one of my... Oh, fuck. That's one of my favorite Jackie Chan fights with the ladder. It's so weird the music cuts out there. I'm free to be honest, you're too lazy not to be. See, the thing is, I'm British, so I'm naturally inclined to like try and not upset people. Yeah, I'd happily accept feedback about my stream, but whether it be like if I'm not fun, if I'm not entertaining, if the stream be improved in some way, I'm always happy to learn. As I said, like, I've only been doing this for weeks. Let's get some HP. By different levels, the enemies definitely do a lot more damage. Let's build my combo. I feel like something that I've probably learned the most from is watching other small streamers on Twitch and kind of seeing what they do or what they're like and trying to learn, like, okay, what do I like what they're doing? What do I think they could do better? How does that relate to what I do? So my streams, I tend to try and keep them very chatty. I've noticed a lot of small streamers, they tend to be very quiet. And I don't like watching quiet streams. By quiet, I mean like there's not really any talking or stuff like that. I much prefer where there's more talking in a stream, personally. That's something I try and do a lot. And as you can see, like my voice still isn't used to the the physical toll required to make that a consistent habit. Like my voice is already kind of giving out. can I do? Uppercut. Yeah, I suppose if I really think of the streamers I enjoy the most, which is like Picora and Corone, they're pretty much always talking, unless they're doing like some challenging or like mentally intensive thing. Be strike range. Yeah, I would have left by now if I had to pull your teeth to get you to talk. Yeah, for real. And that's literally what I'm like when I go and visit someone else's stream. Being a streamer, I know what it's like. So I try and give people softballs, get them talking and get them to like open up and stuff. And like sometimes people just like, you know, like dead eye. Fish eye you, like there's just nothing there, which is fine. Like it depends what people are streaming for, but normally if I'm seeing like a VTuber, my kind of like there's generally like an expectation that they're trying to do it to join like one of the big companies. Like very few kind of pick and stick with it purely to be indie. Interesting to see if that changes over time or not. As I said earlier, like more and more mainstream people are going back to indie stuff for whatever reason. Yeah, just because like you know that people are shy and stuff. Yeah, I think if you used to go back to 4 weeks ago, I was definitely running out of stuff to say. Not that I don't now, but I was definitely like a lot more awkward about it then. I think I've made like quite a bit of progress in 4 weeks. I just obviously wish I had made more progress in terms of picking up viewers and followers and stuff, as opposed to like just getting better at streaming in general. But you know, I suppose like you've just gotta like there's no point having an audience if you're bad at streaming, because then you won't have an audience for very long. You know? That's not true. I imagine some people that's just like what they're after. But I imagine that's not the majority. Twitch also makes it harder because it feels like the algorithm is based around streaming 24/7. Which is obviously like just not practical for like most people. Your Discord link is expired. I'll fix that in... What does this do? Hang on. The seesaw deals way more damage than it has any right to. Yeah, I can paste in the real Discord link in a second. I need to do more work on that. Yeah, here we go. Let me fix it up. It won't take a second. Yeah, I've been meaning to do like a lot of work on the... Hang on, Yeah, it's probably because I changed a whole bunch of stuff. Let me paste it. There you go. I'm still getting used to Twitch. And it'd be nice to set up member icons and emotes and all that other stuff. And then obviously pull that into Discord. Twitch doesn't make it easy. Like there's definitely stuff that I thought would be really basic that you just like kind of plug in and it's just like, no. I'm also curious as to like what makes a good streamer. But I know what that it kind of roughly means to me, but I don't know whether it's the same for others. Oh shit. Because obviously I try and stream in the style that I think is fun. And it's hard to know if I'm doing really well, and it's just like a timing and luck issue, you know? I'm gonna pick up the helicopter kick just because it's my favorite move. Yeah, I think streaming and content creation is like a really random field. Like you just kind of do whatever. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, well, that's it. And like you can even hit a scenario where someone's doing the exact same as you. You're not succeeding, but they are. That must feel awful. Oh fuck! Sorry, I hit the mic. I was I was googling how to get more viewers on Twitch, and the very first result was, oh, just buy viewers. I was like, oh yeah, that's excellent advice. Like, nothing says like streamer success like paying for viewers and artificially boosting numbers. And you've got like 50 live viewers and no chatters. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a strong idea. I understand why people do it. I know Kick has a huge view botting problem. But you know, like that's because like a certain type of person is on Kick. But yeah, it was just really funny that that was like the first Google result, and I understand why it's popular. But I imagine those services are very profitable. Yeah. Having a Discord from the start puts you way above a lot of streamers. Yeah, it's I need to set it up so that it does more automated stuff. It's like, hey, when I go live, it posts that it's live, and other bits and pieces like that. And you can see like I've got a lore section. Oh, I've jumped in here way too early, but I have to take it. Like a lore section around like the VTuber personality that I'm kind of trying to build. But there's so much work that needs to go into that it's like it's way too early. And also kind of like, is it worth going into that so early, you know, before you even have an audience? Because you also get kind of worried about going too hard on like a certain theme, if you might need to change it later. Oh, it's for you for show cleavage. Thank you. I've now allowed Twitch to show that term in chat, so that's another interesting thing. I thought stream bots would be way better than they actually are, and they actually kind of suck. And so I ended up just like making my own using StreamerBot. Let's see, crit damage boost. I'll say anything. Yeah, streaming can be very up and down in terms of like how it makes you feel and stuff like that. it would be nice to do it for a full year at least. Just because I feel like it gives you a lot of bargaining power if you do want to join an agency and stuff. Nice. Something weird that I have noticed, which I kind of didn't expect, is that on Twitter and stuff, you'll see a lot of people present themselves as what do they call it? Like pre-debut VTubers or VTuber in training and stuff like that, but they're not actually streaming, they're just on Twitter. Just like, yep, fine, whatever. But it's kind of a little bit weird to be in training if you're not like streaming. Like I consider this, what I'm doing now, in training. This is me learning how to stream, how to be fun and entertaining as best as I could make it up as I go along. You know, I only feel you can really do that by doing the thing. I don't see how posting about it on Twitter is useful. And that's not me being salty that they somehow have like 1,000 followers. I have definitely noticed that like the difficulty of being a male VTuber. I don't feel there's any way to get around that. It's just like that's the thing that happens. But again, it's no different from modeling. You know, like guys get paid way less, they're in way less demand. Just natural thing. Combo time. Too bad there wasn't enough enemies around to really make good use. Let's boost HP. Burning up before a debut has merit. Yeah, it does do. It's just I don't know how you would actually attract people, because like there's nothing to. There's only like a model and Twitter posts, and like for me that's not enough for me to like give someone a shot, you know, because like there's nothing. Like anyone can have a cool design. Oh, I thought the tractor was gonna move. That's kind of disappointing. Yeah, because like VTubers and well, like any kind of streamer, you do have like a sense of like attachment in terms of like wanting to see them grow and like do well and stuff. But if they kind of pre-debut, you don't know what their personality really is. Social media isn't a good like representation of that at all. God damn, this wrench has a lot of HP. Don't assault. That's enough. Well, the proof is out there that it's not true. True. I wonder if it would work for male talents, because I've only seen female talents do it. And I feel it has a lot more mileage than like what a male would be. It is something I'd consider in the future if there was like if I make a decision to like rebrand and like do a re-debut or something like that, you know. But I feel it's important to kind of stick with what you have for like a decent period of time and try and work out what you want to be. Kind of like what suits you in terms of streaming. Like range. The sound effects in this game are pretty good. I mean, on the first level in the supermarket, you can pick up a flamingo, and the flamingo makes a hilarious bird cawing noise. playing this game makes me want to watch Viral Hit, if you've seen that anime. That's like a really good kind of martial arts, fully revenge anime. And it's made in South Korea as well. It's got really good animation. The soundtrack's pretty good as well. There's a few good songs. Yeah, I think you should watch Viral Hit. It's only 12 episodes. It is on Crunchyroll. So that means it's accessible anywhere. God, how do I... Delete sickle, yes. Add butterfly. Full combo damage, nice. Yeah, because I did Taekwondo growing up. And that's South Korean martial art. Viral Hit is South Korean, so you see a lot of pride around Taekwondo. And so it's kind of cool for me to see having like that background. But it is a good anime. I feel like it's a good 7 out of 10. It could be better. It definitely has like slower moments where it could be like written a little bit better here and there. But 7 out of 10, and it's really enjoyable. I'd give it a go. Damn, absolutely hitting so many at once. I kind of wish there was a dodge, specifically, but then I guess that kind of makes life a little bit too easy for a Vampire Survivor type game. Oh, Eruption? Purple? Oh, it just means upgrade. A grenade went off? I don't know if I was the one who threw that. I didn't see. Oh, it's tractor time. That was surprisingly powerful. I liked reading God of High School. Very fun. Is that the... God of High School. Was that the... That's South Korea one as well, right? I think I have seen it. It's the guy with the eyes that look like kind of plus signs, right? Is that the one? And the cool guy, he works at like the gaming cafe. Yeah, so it is the right one. Nice. I forget the names because they're Korean names, and obviously I'm less familiar with them than like Japanese names in anime at least. I don't want to say the wrong name. That was a pretty fun one. I do feel the anime... I've watched it 3 times now. It's really good on the first view. I don't think it holds up that well on like repeat views. But like that first viewing, I think it really holds up. It's the guy who looks like the devil, but he's actually like the good guy. Like he destroys the island on like episode 1, something like that, with like the hand of God. I seem to remember liking like one of the grandson characters, and he gets like brutally attacked by the shark guy, the guy who can like summon demons and stuff. It's pretty brutal, that anime, when you like get to the later episodes. Yeah, like there's that announcer guy. He's got the kind of like snake type face, and he meets the girl, like the love interest, and he's like with his like wife and kid. And like as he sends his wife and kids away, he then goes into like this really big like battle where he ends up like getting killed. Oh, speaking of being killed, I don't think I'm far off. And that was like kind of like that kind of caught me off guard, that like section. He seemed like a really nice guy. Oh, a knife to the gut. I did pretty well. It's so weird the music cuts out on that section. What can I upgrade? Honestly, boost the life. That's probably where I'm lacking the most. Increase my range of picking up loot. I'm kind of out of cash. Let's do... I want to play the supermarket. Do a quick one, and then probably call it a day. I want to pick up the flamingo. The flamingo sound when it gets destroyed, it's pretty humorous. Strong strike. Oh. I have been thinking of doing a Yu-Gi-Oh stream and doing my best Yu-Gi-Oh and Joey impressions. I think that'd actually be really fun. You know, it's like it's the time to duel. You know, you walked into my trap card and really living the dream. But it's been so long since I played Yu-Gi-Oh, and I don't really know the rules. I assumed like higher number better. It's kind of a stream I'm kind of like holding on to. One, when I kind of feel like watching some Yu-Gi-Oh and getting into like the mood, but also like when I know it's going to be, I think it would be something like viewers will really enjoy. Oh, I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I remember like as a kid, it being like quite confusing in terms of like what is happening. And then like I probably fell off watching it at some point, and then I saw like an image of where like Yu-Gi-Oh now had like speeder bikes, and it was like a different character and stuff. It's one of those of where Yu-Gi-Oh has a cartoon, I suppose it's an anime. It's like a lot of mixed quality episodes. And so I kind of like, it's kind of like rewatching Naruto. I don't want to watch all, I don't know, 2,000 episodes of Naruto and Shippuden. I kind of just want to watch like an abridged supercut. And it's kind of, that's another thing like Crunchyroll and so on should kind of do, and they just don't. I imagine there might be something on YouTube. I know there's Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, but that's not really Yu-Gi-Oh! That's that's definitely like a more memed version. Goth Twin gets cursed and copes by playing a board game like a nerd. That's Yu-Gi-Oh! In a nutshell. Is that what Yu-Gi-Oh!'s granddad was in his youth? I never really had Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid. I was definitely more of a Pokemon card kid. But also, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards just really weren't available in the UK. I remember getting, like, a knockoff Blue Eyes White Dragon in, like, a gaming magazine one time. But I knew it wasn't, like, the real deal. Because there's only 2 of them. Yeah, I'd probably want to watch like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Supercut on YouTube before I would do a stream on it. Just so I can get like the funny quotes in head and so I can pull them out at like the right time. I can't do the Weevil voice. Which I'm actually happy about. No one wants to do that voice. I think I can do a decent Joey New York voice. What is it? Joey, Tristan, May. I think I'm forgetting someone. Like, Kaiba might have been your first crush. You like the bad guys then, is that? My first was definitely Misty from Pokemon. Yeah, if you watch on my VODs channel, there might be some clips still up on Twitch. I don't know if they've been cleaned up yet. Pretty much all my thumbnails of me playing a Pokemon randomizer involve Misty. I think I might be able to do a decent Kaiba voice. I'd have to, again, spend some time watching the show to try and pick it up. That was definitely a golden era of dubbing, in my opinion. Like, the dubbing was definitely mixed. But there's also, like, maybe it's nostalgia, but I do think dubbing back then, up to, like, the mid-2000s, that's kind of like dubbing at its best, and I feel like modern dubbing is kind of nowhere near as cool. Morally dubious, twig size tall. I definitely remember thinking Kaiba was cool, but I was always a kid who identified with the heroes more. So I was definitely more of a Yugi kid. Or rather, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because obviously that's the adult version. And that is absolutely the voice I would do on stream, the adult. I wouldn't do the kid. Kid Yugi. Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely hit that thing as a kid of where, like, Blue Eyes White Dragon and building that mystery and stuff. It was definitely... They definitely did that really well. Like, there wasn't a kid who didn't fall for that, you know? The squeaky toy sound. Can I yellow boost? I think I'm surprised that never really kind of came back is like Power Rangers. That existed. Like, I know they tried to do a movie and it wasn't that good. There was like a Power Rangers fan film thing on YouTube. And it was like it was like R-rated. And that looked amazing. It looked like an adult Power Rangers, and it was like really gritty and interesting. And like imagine how cool that would have been. And then like nothing came of it, and then they did the film that they did, which didn't do very well. You should check that out. It's a fairly short fan film. It's like 5-6 minutes. I was definitely the Red Ranger as a kid. And as an adult, I've probably become more like the Blue Ranger. It's a 30-year franchise. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, true. It's not, but it's not really. It's not. There's not like an. I don't think there's a new cartoon. Like it's not really kind of. It's not had like the. Like obviously nothing's got the power of like Pokemon, which is just like gonna exist forever. The Power Rangers hasn't really kind of come back in any like meaningful way. Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they had like a few films that were awful, but they also had like a really good cartoon. That the Power Rangers opening theme is still a banger. You can listen to that anytime and just get hyped. Oh, I wasted a good opportunity. God damn. Oh, movement speed 6? Hell yeah. I wonder if it's the same boss on each level, or if there's like some variety. Surprisingly to me, Digimon kind of held out. I did watch a few seasons of Digimon. Oh god, what was the name of my favorite one? My favorite Digimon series was the one where they had like the card scanner, and they'd have to like scan the cards. I remember as a kid thinking that was like a very dark show. It had awesome music. It's very hard to listen to because it's hard to find full videos on YouTube. Oh shit! Oh, I've just weakened myself. What a noob! I wasn't paying attention. Trying to remember what Digimon series I was talking about. Yeah, I do hold that Digimon series quite dear. It covers like quite serious themes. Like Digimon has always been like a little bit more serious as opposed to Pokemon. It has serious moments, but it's mostly, you know, friendship and, you know, working together and stuff. Digimon was definitely more defend the galaxy type of stuff. I saw the train of thought crash. Yeah, true. Can I replace it? I might be able to. So if I do this, delete sickle, and then move. No. Fucking hell! I've not made this easy. There we go. Oh, am I flaming? I'm flaming. Nice. This game is really fun. Like it's like really inexpensive. you can kind of mindlessly play it, and it's kind of relaxing without being like really intense. I suppose that's why Vampire Survivors got so popular as well. Oh, combo time. Big combo time. Imagine working at the supermarket, you just walk in the morning like, Jesus Christ. What happened? Helicopter Kick is awesome. It's hard to say what Jackie Chan's best film is. It's probably going to be one of the Rush Hours. I did recently watch Jackie Chan's Who Am I? And like my memory as a kid was that the movie was awesome. And I watched it like a couple months back and I was like, this isn't very good. It definitely tries to be a little bit more it tries to be more epic than it is. It ends up kind of being lame as a result. Oh, it's swordfish time. I'd be like, who's cleaning this up? It's not me. I'd just go straight to the security footage and know that that's probably going to be the most fun I'm going to have all day. Seeing someone who looks like Jackie Chan beat the ever-living crap out of these people. Like, you call the manager, it's like, yeah, so there's this guy with a swordfish, and I'm not sure if he's murdering these people with it or not, but he's using supermarket objects in a humorous way as he combines martial arts. You can see I'm like a little bit too powerful for this stage now, where I can basically just walk through everything and like not really worry. What is the best martial arts anime? You can't say Naruto because that's not. I don't count that as martial arts really. Because that's ninjutsu. I honestly think, and you can call me trashy for this, Kenichi, history's greatest disciple. Honestly, I think that's legit. I think that's a really good anime. It suffers from like over ecchi, but it is really good because you see someone who just works really hard and gets like the rewards for that. And he starts with someone who has no talent, but he develops skill, and that's always a good story. And the English dub, honestly, I'd say watch the dub. Oh yeah, like I imagine if you Google it, like the first image you're gonna see is like Miu, or the Kunoichi, like the female ninja, and you'll know immediately like, oh, it's one of those. But it's legitimately like a fun, good anime. It's one of those of where though, is it 2 seasons, a couple episodes of an OVA? The OVA doesn't finish the story. It's kind of like, it's almost like there's meant to be 4 episodes of an OVA and there's like 2, and so it just like weirdly doesn't finish. Like, I don't know what the methodology behind that is. Of I know we'll produce these OVAs, but we won't finish them. Like Kenichi, history's greatest disciple. Let me type it out because it is good. Kenichi is Greatest Survival. Even with the spelling mistake, you'll find it. It's something I plan to talk about on Saturday as I cover like more martial arts anime. Like, I'm planning on that being like a section, like anime's greatest fights. It's quite a lengthy anime. I think it's like 60 episodes, including the OVA, maybe. And I've watched it several times. Oh, actually, oh god, I'm blanking on the name. What's that? It's one of my favorites. It's oh, look. Yeah. It's the kind of, you've probably seen it before. At least in like clips and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember the name of like another martial arts anime, and I'm absolutely blanking on it, even though it's like Date Masamune. It's there's so many names. It's gonna come to me in like the middle of the night. It's set in the Sengoku period, so the Warring States. Yukimura Sanada Yukimura. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. Sanada. Sengoku Warriors. That's it. Hold on. That is right. Warriors anime. What's it actually called? I'm not gonna find it in midstream. Sengoku Basara. That is the one. Nice one. No worries. Feel free to post in the Discord. I mean to make it more active. Sengoku Basara, yeah. That's one of my favorites too. And again, English dub, I think is really good. It's got the Yukimura is voiced by one of the Power Rangers. Yeah, Sengoku Basara is definitely one of my favorite martial arts-ish. It is martial arts, but obviously they hype it up to be like anime proportions. The Sengoku Basara, it has a bunch of games as well that are like obviously Dynasty Warriors, but it also has an extremely popular stage show in Japan. And when I say extremely popular, I mean it's been going non-stop. Like, they've done that production all across Japan, and it seems like they start at one end of the country, go to the other, and then just work their way back all over again. It's crazy popular. And I saw some footage on YouTube of it, and it looks like a really fun and engaging like stage show. Like audience participation, they run through the audience, all that sort of stuff. It'd definitely be an experience. Yeah, it's one of those random things of where you wouldn't know about it if you didn't like try and look into Sengoku Basara more. I think I found the stage show thing because I was trying to listen to the soundtrack, and then I randomly came across this information that it's like a really popular stage show. And that's why there's 2 CDs of the soundtrack. Because it's a soundtrack for the anime and the stage show. So some of the voice actors also provide voiceover for the stage show. Which obviously makes sense, you know, if you're... They might have done the anime in like the first season at the stage show before like other actors took over and stuff. But I suppose it kind of makes sense. This is going to be a wild comparison. Sengoku Basara stage show might be their version of Hamilton. You know, like that kind of historical-ish. I'm probably gonna wreck this boss with the power I have now. What a pull. Yeah, I was definitely clutching at some straws there. Yeah, I'm way too powerful for the stage now. Nice. What have I unlocked? I think I've got... I need to finish... What is it? I need to finish construction and then I get subway. I think subway is going to be fun. Let me transition to... Let's do the home train. Oh shit. My music was super loud, sorry. There we go. What do you think of my home screen? I got a hold of these assets and cobbled this together today. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? The chat needs some work so that it blends in a little better. I'll show you my other home screen. Hold on. This is like the home screen. Right, put my controller down. Yeah, so like this one is like homely, but I'm planning on using like the train scenes when I'm doing like the anime reviews. So it's kind of like I'm talking to you on the train. I also have a scene where it looks like I'm driving in a car. But I wasn't playing around with that this afternoon. I was playing with the train instead. So the train has... Okay, I'm gonna do a live swap of the assets. Let's see how well this goes. Hold on. It seems to work fine. So this is like the sunny one. The one you were just looking at was sunset. I've also got... Let me back up. I have... Oh, I see. You were just looking at... No, what was I on? Oh, here's the sunset one. Sorry, you were looking at city one. This is sunset. Both of the colors are great. Yeah. I am really happy with this. It wasn't that expensive either. And then the last one is rain train. Or it's raining. Hold on. There we go. And I plan to use this one for like sad anime reviews. let me pull up the car. Let me pull up the car real quick. Because it was a ball of find. Give me a second. Ball assets, driving. Am I going to be able to make this... let me clear that. Is this going to work? Is this going to be cool? Oh, it's in 4K, this one. Give me a second. I can fix this. Oh, this is gonna be... Hang on. Can I just make you fill the screen? Nice and easy. Fit the screen. Thank you. There we go. So obviously, let me hide the chat real quick. I need to like reposition my model. Make it fit. So if I vanish for a second, give me a sec. If I vanish, you can see where I would like sit in the chair. So I plan to have let me switch back to sunset. Otherwise, I'll forget. Is it Sunset City? Yeah, it was Sunset City. There we go. Let me hit the screen. Yeah, they all look really good. So I'm gonna have some, oh, let me bring chat. Sorry. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm probably gonna shoot the pilot for the anime reviews that I'm planning to do on YouTube sometime like next week. I'm just kind of building the sets so that you could have me like talking to you as if we're in the car together, or if we're on the train. I'm telling you about anime and stuff. I'm gonna write the script for that this coming week. Hopefully record it sometime next week, and look to like start posting them like the week after that. And Saturday, I plan to do so if I go to my other home screen. On Saturday, I plan to do like the just chatting anime stream here. I think that's really fun. Because like I'm sat at home, like messaging chat, which I think is really fun and cool. Yeah, that's something I'm gonna try and experiment with and see if it goes well. But I think that's it for me today. My voice is gone, and I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, so I'm gonna disappear now. But thank you for coming along. It was nice having someone to talk to and discuss VTuber business stuff with, because I don't really have anyone to do that with. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for coming along. Thank you very much. I will see you another time, hopefully Saturday if you're around. But I will be making YouTube videos as well. So yeah, I will see you later. Bye everyone. Bye bye. Oh, I'll play the ending train.